Pop quiz, gents. Which of these shirts looks more expensive? Shirt number 1. Let me show you a few other details. Or does shirt number 2 look pricier? So if you guessed that shirt number 1 looks more expensive, you are correct. But you may be surprised to know that both these shirts cost the same amount of money. Why does this shirt look more expensive? Well, there's actually 3 reasons. First up, the material. This one is made from 100% cotton. This is made from a synthetic material. In general, synthetic materials are going to have usually a bit more sheen, which basically means shine. This one right here, when I look at the fabric, I see a little bit of a herringbone weave in here. It just has a little bit of texture. Overall, it has a higher quality feel. Another detail, this shirt only has about 8 stitches per inch. This one, when I'm looking at the build of the collar, I'm looking right here at the placket, I see we're about 12 to 14 stitches per inch. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference. In addition, let's look at the buttons used. These are going to be smaller, intact. They're actually plastic buttons, but they're just a little bit more better looking plastic buttons than what we see here. These are going to be larger and they just feel cheaper. Now, let me be clear. This is a great shirt. It's a performance shirt though, and you don't want to stack your wardrobe with performance shirts if you want it to look expensive. Instead, make sure you go with shirts made from natural materials that actually have good build and are using quality pieces. Next up, pay attention to your outerwear. Now notice I'm still wearing that performance shirt, but I've thrown over it this sports jacket made from 100% wool. It adds texture, adds a bit of depth and elegance. And gents, it doesn't have to be a suit jacket or a sports jacket. You can go with a jean jacket. You can go with a leather jacket. You can go with a suede jacket. But take the time to choose outerwear that really enhances your overall look and make sure it fits you well, that it's made from material that you really feel comfortable wearing and is cut in a way that complements your body build. All right, so now let's talk accessories, specifically watches. Do you need to go out there and buy an expensive watch to make your wardrobe look more expensive? The answer, gents, is a resounding no. As a guy that has watches that some of them cost thousands of dollars, other ones cost a few hundred, I can tell you can get an amazing deal for just a few $100s if you look. Seriously, for approximately $100, you can find amazing watches that can level up your style. Specifically, what should you be looking for? For me, I like timeless elegance. I like simplicity. I like something that's got a quality build. All of these things can be found if you're looking for it, but it really comes down to your personal needs. If you're a guy that spends a lot of time outdoors, you're going to be at the gym, maybe this is something that, is going to work for you. I know for me, this isn't a watch that I wear really at all, simply because it's one that doesn't suit my needs. And to be honest, even for $100, if you know what you're looking for, you can find a watch that's going to make your wardrobe look more expensive. Now, this next tip is one of my favorites because most guys don't even know about it, and that is when you're shopping at Target, you're shopping at Walmart, look for in-store brands. For Target, their in-store menswear brand is called Goodfellow & Company. For Walmart, their in-store brand for men is called George. Now, an in-store brand, as the name indicates, this is a brand that's owned by the box store. Oftentimes, they see what is selling, what people are buying. They say, you know what? How about we go back and manufacture it ourselves and be able to sell it at a lower cost and be able to keep more of the profits for ourselves. Now, this is bad news for high-end, expensive designer manufacturers, but this is great news for you. Seriously, a Levi's jean jacket can easily cost $100. This one picked up at Walmart by George, $20. It's a pretty good deal, right? Gents, I don't know about you, but when I'm shopping online, I always want to get the best deal. And to make sure I always get the best deal, I use ShopTagger. Now, gents, I've talked about ShopTagger before, and I'm proud to bring them to you as a sponsor because I love what these guys are doing. It's a free app that you install on your phone or any of your devices. They all sync up, doesn't matter. And this is how it works. So basically, you're over at Amazon. You see this Bambino, you're like, I want that Orient watch. You put it into your cart. Now, how about you put it into your wish list over at ShopTagger, because you can do it with one click, and guess what? You can actually say, you know what? I want to wait for this thing to go on sale. I want for the price to drop. Or let's say you want to go over to Walmart. You want to grab this jean jacket. You want to go over to Target and grab a dress shirt. Point being is you can go to multiple stores. You can put all of this in your ShopTagger wish list. And when it's back in stock, when it goes on sale, whenever it is back in your size, ShopTagger will notify you. And let's not forget about their coupon scanning feature. So the other day, I'm at a website picking up a fragrance. No surprise there, but the surprise was when I clicked on that coupon scanning feature over at ShopTagger, they found a coupon for 35% off. Now, I thought I was actually pretty good, getting 15% off. No, they saved me an additional 20%. That's what I love about ShopTagger. This works with over 5,000 different stores out there, and they're always adding new ones. They're always updating the app. I know they're coming out with a new feature that actually you can get cash back. They're always getting better, and they're always finding ways to save you money. Gents, use the link down in the description of today's video to grab ShopTagger for free. Again, if you're not using business. When you're shopping online, you are leaving money on the table. This is a no-brainer, guys. Go grab Shop Tagger. Absolutely love this tool. Now, this next point, I probably could have started the video with it, but I didn't want to because if you've watched my channel, you know I've said this many, many times, and that is nail the fit. Because you can spend a lot of money, $2,000 on a suit, but if it doesn't fit you, if it doesn't even come close to looking good because it's not built for your body type, guess what? That's going to look like a cheap $150 suit. Even though you spent all that money, it's got great fabric, overall great build, but if it's not built for your body and if it doesn't fit you, nothing can be done. I mean, yes, you can get clothing adjusted, and I do want you to know the name of your tailor. You should be able to take a lot of your pieces, especially your shirts, your jeans, things that can be altered relatively easily. Take it to your tailor and have them adjust it. And if you don't want to take it to a tailor because you don't want to spend the money, well, learn to make basic adjustments yourself. Darting a shirt, which is simply bringing it in the torso, shortening those sleeves, getting those jeans hemmed properly. All of these are actually very easy fixes that you can learn to do yourself or maybe have someone in your family just ask around. Point being is when something fits you, it's going to look so much better, so much more elegant. It's going to make your overall wardrobe look much more expensive. And it's a relatively easy thing to do because simply when you buy something, do not buy anything that does not fit you well or cannot be adjusted to fit you well. That's the key. No matter how good of quality the build is, it's just not going to be something that's going to look good on you. The next cheap way to make your wardrobe look more expensive, learn how to iron. Learn how to press and learn how to steam your clothing. Now, I'm not saying you need to go out there and buy a steamer, but if you do, congratulations. That's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of hassle. You want to take your clothing as often to the cleaners, and that will save you money. But a lot of you guys, if you simply upgraded your iron, you looked for a steam iron. This one right here, notice how it's got like 50 to 70 small holes right here. This is a good base plate. Therefore, we're going to get a lot of steam coming out of this thing, and that's what you're looking for. Never put an iron onto a suit, but I can put this close to a hanging suit and I can have the steam coming out and it will actually loosen up the wool and basically get rid of wrinkles. I can then use this directly onto cotton, which is when you want to basically iron a shirt. And when you're ironing your shirt, if you're not sure, always read the inside. It basically tells you what it's made out of. Right here on the iron, you want to set it to that exact setting. Point being is this is a relatively easy way to simply upgrade the look because even if that suit cost a lot of money, that shirt cost $200, it's going to look like a cheap, wrinkled shirt unless you iron it. Next up, avoid logos, avoid big graphics right here on the shirt. In general, guys, the logo, the brand, it is you. Because this is what the clothing's for. You're wearing the clothing to put your best foot forward. If you want to look more expensive, if you want to look like, hey, I've got an elegant wardrobe, then simply drop those huge logos. Occasionally, a small logo, I get it, but yeah, those big ones, especially those multiple logos on the trousers, on the shorts, just not a look. I mean, if you like it, let me know down in the comments. But for me, get rid of the logo. The next cheap way to make your wardrobe look expensive, learn how to shine your shoes. Guys, it's relatively simple. You buy some shoe shine, some wax, and use an old t-shirt. And you got to put a little bit of work into polishing that in, getting that mirror shine, yep, so you can see yourself, you can see a little bit of reflection of the light. That's what you're shooting for. So many guys go out there and they buy nice shoes and they never take care of them. Now, I get it. If you're a busy guy, maybe once a week, you're going to go into a deep shine. I'm not saying you got to go for a mirror shine every time, but I am saying take care of your footwear because the longer you take care, the better you take care of your shoes, the longer they're going to last you. Now, this next tip is more of a philosophy on shopping, and that is to buy less, but buy better. Gentlemen, when you're buying something, you want to be thinking the long term. How is this going to fit into your wardrobe? Is this something you're going to wear? The most expensive clothing you'll ever buy is the clothing you never wear. You want to buy things that you're going to love. You want to buy things that are interchangeable, and you want to buy things which are going to last. I think it's better to own less items that you wear a lot more often, that stand up to the test of time, and are things eventually you'll have to retire, but those are always going to look better, especially when you take good care of them, versus things that you buy and are cheap to begin with. They never fit you properly. They're made from inferior materials, and they end up breaking and falling apart much quicker. And yeah, at the end of the day, you spent a lot of money that you ended up wasting on something that you never really liked. So now let's talk about color. First up, avoid anything that's bright, anything that's neon. Yeah, it may be in season, it may be in trend. You may even use it as a little bit of an accent piece, but understand that this is probably not going to stand the test of time. I'm a bigger fan of going for neutrals. Neutrals are going to be the colors that basically you build off of. Colors that don't always grab attention, but they're classic. We're talking black, gray, blues, whites, even browns and variations. You're going to find there's a wide variations of different tans, khakis, dark browns. Now, right with that, let's talk about monochromatic looks. So right here, you can see I've got relatively a monochromatic look. Light blue, dark blue, and there's actually variations of blue in this. Even in the pockets where I've got blue with a little bit of gray, a little bit of white, but I love monochromatic looks. A lot of guys I know they gravitate towards black. I do think gray is going to work better for most men, and gray over black is another tip I want to give. I think black is a bit overplayed, especially with suits and menswear. I think it's fine with black tie and with formal wear, but I do think if you're going to gravitate towards a suit in black, look at a charcoal gray, look at a medium gray. I think that's going to be a lot more versatile in your wardrobe, and overall, in my opinion, is a more elegant, classic look in menswear. Now, when it comes to color, gents, there's a lot more I could go into. I can talk about skin tones, we can talk about shades, we can talk about tints, how to choose the right color for you. Guys, I cover it in this video right here, A Man's Guide to Color. It's one of my more detailed videos on color, so if you're interested in everything color, you want to go check out this video right here.